Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. What I am doing today is I'm just gonna pick a special project. It's either a coaster, a keychain, or one of those things to do today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. Just a second. Let's go ahead and pick the number. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 100.
Here's a number between 1 and 100. It's 94.
94. So, my only issue with that one is I don't have that one kitted up yet. So, let's see. I think that is going to be one of these that I just unboxed yesterday. And it is. It's going to be the little yellow one holding the flowers. So we're going to have to kit this one up as we go along. Let's see. Do I have... You know what? We're going to use... Uh-oh, don't do that. I just knocked a bunch of stuff down. I really need to clean up over here. So we will use these to kit it up in. I know it's a little big, but it'll work for now. Let me get some labels. I can cut these apart. But we'll do it for each one as we are going along. I'm fixing to switch you over to the other camera. Hi, Tita. Hi, Granny. So glad that you're here. So I'm going to switch cameras real quick. Just a second. I'm sorry it's shaking. Let's see. Not 2, 1. There we go. Let's see if we can, with my background here, it kind of makes this hard to see. Let's see if we can find something to lay it on. We're just going to do this. That way you can see it just a little bit better, and I'm going to try to zoom it in. Little too much. Okay, so this is number 94. And these ones, I still have, it's going to be a pain to get this off. There we go. Okay, so how is everyone doing today? Let me get this off of my screen where I switched the camera so that I can actually see the chat. Okay, so this is the one we're going to do today. This is number 94. And whenever I added the coasters and these keychains to it, I had 100 little special projects to do. Before we get started on this one, I'm going to show you this one. If I can get it up in the camera right. This is one that I did off camera. It was one of those cheaper ones with the cardstock that was laminated basically. But it turned out really well. I don't think I'm going to use it as a keychain or an ornament. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the front of one of my planners or journals. But anyway, we're going to go ahead with this next one. Are y'all working on any diamond paintings right now? You're working on the butter. That was so pretty. I really, really like that. I'm going to have to look into getting one of those. Other than this, I should have actually been working on this today. Let me zoom it back out so you can see it. Ignore that mess over there. My cat knocked over the trash can right before I went live. But there wasn't anything hardly in it. This is one that I'm working on. I have about a third of it left to do. So it's turning out really well. We're going to go ahead. Uh-oh. That was not smart. Why'd y'all let me do that? You know what? I think I just messed this one up. Because it pulled a lot of the glue off of that part whenever I accidentally set that canvas down on it. Oh no! Okay, so we might have to skip this one. I'm gonna put this back over. We're gonna draw again, and next week I'm gonna try to go to Fort Smith and get some of the Diamond Dots glue stick stuff so I can fix this one. And once I get that, and we finish with the next one, I'll go back to this one because I pulled all of that glue off of the bottom of that. Oh, I am so sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw again. Let's see, Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 100.
Here's a number between 1 and 100. It's 31.
31. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so this one, and I will try not to set anything on it. Can't believe I just did that. That was terrible. Okay, I'm so sorry about that, but we are going to work on this one instead. It looks like it's the Disney Aladdin one. Let's try to zoom it in a little bit so y'all can see it a little bit better. And this one I actually do have kitted up. I'm so mad at myself for messing that other one up. Okay, so on to the lives on what do y'all think would be a good day during the week to do a live at night? It would have to be probably 7 or so my time. You think Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday would work better? And I'm also going to do a post on a community post to ask other people. I know there's a lot of people that can't come to the ones. I know there's a lot of people that can't come to the ones that are in the mornings because it's way too early for some time zones, and I completely understand that. But let's see. I can't believe that happened. I don't know. Okay, so go ahead and work on this. Do you think we should start on the 2s, which is the black or blue or whatever? Is it black? It's black. Or the A's or the 4s? You know what? I kind of want to work on the 4s because it's purple. You could never imagine me wanting to work on one that's purple, huh? Okay. So me Bella Art Day Nicole tray. I actually got this one from the Craftably store a long time ago. On one of my trips whenever we went up to Texas. So yesterday, I had to take my son to work, and I decided to stay up there while he was working, just so I didn't have to drive back home. And so they have a park up there that I decided to go to, and it had us a walking trail. So I did walk the walking trail once, and I did okay the whole walking trail. My issue came whenever they had this really steep hill to go back up to the parking lot. And after I went up it, I noticed that there was another one that wasn't quite so steep. It just wasn't paved. But anyway, I go up that hill to get to the parking lot back to my car. By the time I got to the top of that hill, I was huffing and puffing so hard. So I am completely out of shape, and I know that. I don't know. I feel so bad about this little gnome, me tearing the glue off of it. But we will fix that, and as soon as I do, we'll do this gnome on whichever one I do next. Next week, though, if we go to one of the, if I do a live during the week, which I plan on doing, what night it's going to be, it's either going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night at 7. I'm going to put a community post out to see which one y'all would like to see that as. Which one would work better for most people. And then that is probably the night that I will do it. So we will see how well that'll work out and which day it'll be on. I really like doing the lives. So, but I will put a community post on there so that y'all can vote on that to see what day we want to do the lives at night. But I went to that park yesterday and I walked the trail, which I had 4 hours to kill. Actually, it turned out to be 5.5 hours because he actually ended up working late. So I was up there a lot longer. If I would have known it was going to be that long, I probably would have went ahead and drove back home. And then came back and got him whenever he called me. But, oh well. Anyway, while I was there, I pretty much started. I'm not going to do the same thing again, I promise. I pretty much started and finished this little unicorn. It looks a lot better in the camera than it does right here in front of me. It looks really, really pixelated, but it looks a lot better in the camera. This was one that I had gotten off of Temu. Move this. Oh, which way? There we go. So, and it was part of a 4-pack. I still have 3 more of those to do. I don't know if I'll do them right now, but I do have 3 to do. So I might work on those on Fridays. I planned on taking this little bear with me because I drew this little bear. Why is it not showing up? Maybe if I put it right over that, you can see it. I had drawn, and this was the bear that I had drawn. So I had the drills with me. I had everything, but I left the little bear on the table here. So I ended up having to work on that little unicorn or go buy one, and I didn't want to go buy one. I love this purple. Hopefully these turn out, because these Disney ones were one of the ones that I was a little bit worried about turning out. Oops, no. I sat there and put that one on a 2 instead of a 4. It really won't turn out if I put them on the wrong symbol. So, and then I was watching a creator the other day. I can't remember the name. Was it Diamond Painting Granny? Might have been Diamond Painting Granny. I'm not sure. But whoever it was doing a WIP and chat, and they said that they used double-sided tape on the end of for their multi-placers. So I happened to see some at the Dollar Tree, and I was going to get some of that, and try it out. Well, I did, and it was a cheaper double-sided tape, so that might be the reason. I might try a different brand later, but it did. The first one that I put down worked great, but then after that, it wouldn't unstick the drills off of my pen. So I might have to try a different one. See if I can get that to work a little bit for my multi-placer. Because in my multi-placers, I just use wax. The putty seems to be too much, and I can't get the nano tape to stay in my multi-placers, which I only use a 4-placer or a 2-placer. I've got a few new people here. How are y'all doing? So glad to have you. So glad you stopped by. I'm working on number 31, which this little Disney coaster, I was going to work on 94, but it did not work out because I was showing y'all a different painting, and I laid it on top of it and then took some of the glue off of there. So just not what I was supposed to do, but it's okay. I'm trying to make sure I don't put my whole hand in the way so y'all can see what I'm working on here. Now, this one is supposed to be Aladdin. Excuse me. So, have y'all been doing anything fun this week? Hi, Wendy. How are you doing? Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too. It's going to be Sunday, and that's actually on Sunday is my oldest daughter's birthday. She was actually born on St. Patrick's Day. So I do a lot of stuff. I don't know, I may do something. That's what I was showing y'all, was the painting that I'm working on, which is a cat dressed up like a leprechaun, basically. I named it Leprechaun Cat whenever I messed up the other one that we were going to work on. Just thrifting? Well, I hope you find some wonderful stuff while you're thrifting today. Uh, Two of them on the same day? That sounds a lot like my family. I'm so glad that Josh does the mowing around here. If I went out there and started mowing, I would be sneezing and eyes watering and everything else. It's already bad enough that it happens whenever all the people in the neighborhood decide that they're going to mow at the same time. And then I end up with a really bad headache by the end of the day. And it actually, my son and my nephew actually have the same birthday, but they were born 2 years apart. I believe it was 2 years apart. So between March and April, we have a lot of birthdays in our family. And then they're pretty much over until the end of the year. That's quite a bit of a gap in between siblings. I don't know what I would do if I had a kid after all of my other kids were older. But that being said, my grandma had 8 kids, and my mom was the youngest of the 8. And she said that she was really close to some of her older siblings. And then a lot of them had already moved out of the house by then. Oh, that's probably Josh just coming home. He went to check on his mom. Make sure he goes over there and checks on her every Saturday, normally while I'm doing my live, before we have to go to work. I hope you really find a bunch of good deals, Tita. I love watching your hauls on what you find thrifting. I would like to start doing that, but I just normally don't have time. I guess I could start doing it on Fridays now that I take my son to work instead of him riding with his sister. So I might try to do that too. I think there's like several thrift shops in Fort Smith that I could go to while he was working. Well, this might turn out a little bit better than I thought it was going to. It's actually, I'm going to turn it around a little bit so I can get to these other 4s without covering it up so y'all can't see it. So I don't know what I would do in that case, Wendy. I would do it if I had to, because I love my grandkids. I watch them all the time. My oldest grandkid is 8 years old, and my youngest is 1. But if I have more than 3 of them or 2 of them at a time, it wears me out by the end of the day. I am just, by the end of the day, I'm so glad to have the peace and quiet. Maybe it's because they're younger and so full of energy, and Remy is a really good kid whenever I have her by herself. But whenever I have her siblings and her, she's the youngest of them, and she likes to aggravate them in any way she possibly can. Whether it's looking over their shoulders while they're watching a movie, anything. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to make a community post to see what day would be better for people for me to go live on. In that post, I'll try to do it either before I go to work or while I'm on break tonight. And we'll go from there. I plan on doing one nighttime live and one daytime live. I think I locked Stardust in the other room, and she's at the door over there. She knows that I'm in here, and she's meowing and scratching at the door wanting me in. But she'll be okay for a little bit. Normally I come in here to start to do my lives and stuff, and she is laying in my chair and I have to move her. That's probably why she's not gonna bomb the live today. So I can completely imagine Wendy. Mine, Remy is 5, and like I said, she's really good whenever she's by herself. But you might have heard her on a few of my videos a little bit. I don't show them too much actually on the video, but sometimes she'll come in here talking while I'm recording. But yeah, having them all together, there was one day I decided that I was going to take the 3 of them to the park by myself. That will not happen again, because I was running from one side of the park to push one of them in the swing to going over to the other park to make sure that they didn't walk off or wander off, and trying to keep up with all 3 of them was nearly impossible. We were only there for like an hour, but it felt like to me that it was hours. But we've already been on here for 30 minutes. It doesn't seem like that. I normally try to stay live for about an hour. It's just, so we'll try to go for about an hour today. Hopefully in that time I can at least finish up the purple part of this and maybe get some of the yellow done, and then the rest will just be filling in the black, and I can probably take that to work and finish it up, and I will be able to show y'all some of the completions, or show y'all the completion here pretty soon on one of my videos throughout the week. I'll probably show the first three that I've done so far, at least in the order that they were done. But what do y'all think that I should do with these coasters? Because I'm going to have quite a few of them, and I know I want to give them out as gifts, but I'm not sure. Oh, speaking of that, okay, so I am going to have, I've got two people. You know what? I'm hoping that y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me okay on this? I might have, if y'all can't, I know why, because I forgot to put on my headset. I cannot believe I forgot to do that. And it actually has the microphone on it. So I'm sorry if you're having to turn down your speakers now that I put my headset on. But I have these coasters. Or not coasters, I'm sorry, these keychains. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let y'all. Why is it not wanting to show it on there? If y'all want one of these, I'm going to send out. There's two people I've already got in mind to send two of these out. But I have two more that at least that I'm going to send out. So if y'all want one of these little keychains like this, if you will email me, my email is down in the description of most of my videos. It may not be in this one. I'll try to go and add it later once we are done. But the first two emails that I get, I will send y'all one of those if you send me your address. If you want one. I do have two people already that I've already decided to send them to. So if those two email me, then I'll still be sending out two more. I think that they are absolutely adorable. Just email me and let me know if you want one of the completed ones. And I will probably send them out next week. So it'll just be the first two emails that I get on them. But I really like the little paw prints and stuff. I have done so many different types of paw prints, but I love them. But I normally have my email in all of my videos. I'm going to double check this because sometimes I forget about the number. But I'll go ahead and let you know the email. Making sure that I'm going to have it right for y'all. Okay, so it's craftingwithv22@gmail.com. Here, I'll type it in the description real quick, maybe. Okay. So if you want one of those, just go ahead and email me at that email address. Okay, Granny, we'll see you back here in just a little bit. But look, isn't this just turning? It's starting to come alive a little bit. I love the purple. I'm kind of glad that we got to do this one today. Let's flip this around so that I can get these over here. I'm always flipping my diamond paintings and stuff around. Thank you, Wendy. I love the dog print stuff. I love gnomes and owls and cats. So you'll probably see a lot of that stuff on my channel. But so Wendy, I think you were on here last week. Where did you say you were from? I can't remember for sure. Okay, so what else happened this week? Oh, and I meant to tell y'all about this last week. We had a gas station called Jam Mart in our town. Well, they put a post on Facebook that it was going to be their last day in business there and that they were closing down. It's like, okay, we knew that Casey's was planning on coming in there, but they closed down on like a Monday or Tuesday. Hi, Margie. So glad to see you. So glad that you're here. But they closed down on Monday or Tuesday, and by Friday, Casey's was open and running in that gas station. I could not believe how fast they ended up opening up with a new gas station there. And I love Casey's breakfast pizza, so I'm so glad that we actually have one here now. Well, I love their pizza anyway. But they just I could not believe how fast they opened up that gas station and turned it into a Casey's. Now, it's a smaller one because we are a very small town, but very excited for that. In fact, I've probably got to stop and get gas before I go to work today. So I will be going in there and get me a drink and a piece of pizza before I go to work. Because right now they have specials going. I think it's a buy one, get one free on the pizza. So I can go ahead and get 2 slices and take one of them for lunch today for work. So Margie, what night do you think would work best to do a live? If I do one, it'll be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Would Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday? I'm trying to get a little bit of insight on which day would be best for everybody. I'm shaking up my drills. I love this little tray. I have found that if I'm using baggies, this little tray works a lot better whenever I'm using baggies. whenever I'm working out of the bags, because it's so much easier to pour them back into them. But today I've just got these little containers. If y'all hear Bullet in there, he's going crazy. I'm pretty sure it's just he's just barking at the first little noise he hears. He doesn't even come out from underneath the blanket to bark. He just sits there and barks while he's under the blanket. Okay, I will try to put it. I'll put a community post out once I decide which day, but I'm also going to put a community post out for everyone to vote on it. And then we'll go from there, because a lot of people go to church on Wednesdays, so we will see on that. And I figure 2 lives a week would be great. I won't do more than that. I'll still have my WIP and chats and my unboxings throughout the week too, but hold on just a second. Okay. So, let's I've got a few left in here. We're at 42 minutes. We got about 18 minutes left. And then I will have to go and get ready for work. Not looking forward to that. Saturdays are my Mondays, because I work a 3-day work week, but it's 11 to 12 hours a day. Which it's nice only working 3 days. And then I work down at the shop one day, and then I watch my grandkids most of the other days. Welcome back, Granny. But yeah, so today's my Monday, and normally Mondays can be a little hectic at work. But as long as they did an outage last week, and I'm sure they've had enough time to get all of the kinks and everything worked out of it. So hopefully everything's going to go good. But here pretty soon they're going to start using a new system completely, and it's supposed to take us to paperless. I am a little bit worried about that system. How easy it's gonna be to verify the bills and stuff. So we will see. Oops, I'm gonna have to get some more fours. Not get more fours. I think I've only got 3 fours left on here to do, unless I miss some, which, that's very, very possible. So happy for you, Granny. It looks pretty sunny out here today, too. Let's see. Alexa, what's the weather today?
Right now in Ozark, it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today's forecast has intermittent clouds with a high of 71 degrees and a low of 47 degrees.
Okay, so it's in the 40s right now, but we're supposed to get up into the 70s. So that's going to be pretty nice today. In here, I have Alexa. In the other rooms, I have Google. I bet that Ellie is definitely enjoying that. Soon as by the time it warms up, though, I will be at work inside, so I won't get to enjoy it. I've got to remember, and I forgot to give them to her again yesterday. I've still got a few days. My daughter, I bought her some. I bought her two packs of the sunglasses for the solar eclipse that's coming up on the 8th. But I forgot to give them to her. So I've got to remember to do that. Okay, so I am going to go ahead. There's only like 4 ones. We're going to go ahead and do the ones. And it is the clear jewel. I don't know what that's supposed to be for, but we're going to go ahead and do those real quick. And then I'll probably do the 7s and then the 8s. Try to do them from least amount to greatest because I'll save the 2s for last. That way it'll be easy for me to work on during my lunch break. Oh, there's more 1s over here. Of course, I would miss some. Is that all of them? Looks like it. Okay. So we got to do the 7s, which is just his little headband. Well, at least we are all getting some warmer weather. Windy. 41 is still a little too cold for me, but I hope it warms up a little bit for you. I think the perfect temperature that I love is between like 68 and 75. I love it whenever it's that temperature. What number did I pour? I poured in 4s, not 7s. Can't believe I just did that. I almost put the wrong color. And his headband is pink. I thought it was supposed to be a red color. Oh well. I like pink and purple. My 2 favorite colors. Yep. Okay. So got that part done, and now we're going to do the lamp. I don't know what it is with that 4. I went to open up the 4 to pour these back in. I'm going to put this one away so that I can stop getting into the wrong one. Okay. Thank you for stopping by, Tita. I will talk to you later. You have a great time while you're out thrifting. Okay. Yeah, I'm so happy that these morning lives are going pretty good now. But I think a lot of people would like to see the afternoon ones. That's a pretty yellow. I think that that's going to work out really well. Can y'all see that? Or am I covering it up? Okay. I'm trying to keep up reading. If I miss one of y'all's comments, I am so sorry. I keep looking up there, trying not to miss anything, but I can get a little scatterbrained at times. But we will probably finish off this little lamp part, and we'll see at what time we're at that point. And we might start saying after that, we might start getting ready to leave, but I want to finish the lamp. And then all I will have left is I cannot talk, the black background. So I dropped it. We'll have to get some more wax in here. And Granny, I have been using the Dreamer Design wax too, and I've almost used like half of this because I keep taking it between my different paintings. So it actually works really well for me. Um, I've happened to have misplaced my nanotape, which I will find it. I was trying to use Putty instead, and all I had was the Dollar Tree one, and it lasts for quite a while. But once it gets colder and stuff, it starts getting to where it doesn't stick that well for me. Welcome back, Granny. I was sitting here talking to you and forgot that you'd said be right back. Oops. I was just telling you that I've been using the Dreamer Design Wax too, and I've already used up like half of one of my containers. I've been using it on a lot of these other things because I seem to have misplaced my nanotape. But so just a few closing things here. We're gonna start finishing this up here in just a minute. If you want one of those paw prints, like I said, I've got 2 people that I'm already going to send some out to, but the first 2 other emails that I get, I will send one of y'all out one of those paw prints as well. So just email me with your address, and next week I'll announce who I'm going to send them out to. And then y'all should be getting, I don't know, y'all should be getting them the week after. Or I might send them out next week and y'all will see it before I even announce it on the live. It just depends on how busy my week is next week. Yes, I love the to me that seems like some of the most perfect temperatures. I wish it could be that way year round, but we did have some storms the other night here, but it was thunderstorms. I don't think it did any damage close to me. We did have some hail, but it was just like pea-size hail. It wasn't too bad at all. And in this room, I can really hear the rain. And I was going to try to record, but the rain was so loud that you probably couldn't have heard me over it. Okay, so I've got this little lamp done. We're going to go ahead and get off of here so I can go and get ready for work. I want to thank all of y'all for stopping by. So glad to see everyone. I will be back on here next week at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday. I do that every week, and we're going to end up eventually putting a permanent slot during the week at nighttime as well. We just got to figure that one out. So, anyway, everyone take care. I will see y'all later. Thank you for stopping by. I'm so glad to see all of y'all. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Okay. For some reason, my mouse isn't wanting to work right. Okay. See everyone later. Bye, everyone.